Okay, you're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Milky Way Soul Tribe at another night. And here we are. And tonight we have our special guest, Caz Hawke.
Hi, everyone.
And I didn't hit the button again. Sorry. That's me again. I forgot to hit that button. Of course, we got Trina and we got Amber. And we have a full house. So yay. I hope you're going to enjoy, because tonight we're all going to be talking about dragons.
Yeah.
So Amber, I know you got cards to read, and Caz, you're going to read a dragon card. You want to hold up that box of dragon cards so everybody can see what deck you're going to read from. Hang on, I'm gonna make that view bigger. Just a second.
There you go. Dragon Path.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. Okay.
You have to bear with me on that, because I've only read about twice out of that. So
that's where I'm at too with my cards. So I'm right with you.
Sleeping with them, Amber, because I heard that you slept with yours. So I've been sleeping with them.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get them out of bed.
What's with the sleeping with them? For all us, nobody.
They resonate with you, and then when you're sleeping, it opens up you, so they can get to know you better, basically, and you can get to know them as well.
Do you sleep with them like under your pillow, or by your side, or in the box, or?
I put them in the box in the pillow next to me, underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay. Interesting. I'm learning something. Yeah. That's so cool. Okay.
They sleep with me with my animal spirit cards as well. I've got a bed full.
Yeah.
There's no room for anyone else in my bed, I tell you.
Sorry, my cards are here. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, do you have dogs too?
This is what I've been sleeping by next.
I don't actually.
Oh
yeah.
You wouldn't want to wake up next to
my pillow.
Oh,
my head. I was like, okay, that's my friend. I sleep with my pyramid. Yeah. It makes such great energy, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That is so cool.
I love it.
When you've got a pyramid.
Yeah.
I used to set it on the end table, and as slowly it just found its way right next to me. I was like, yeah, that's a spot right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. Okay, Amber, what deck are you going to read out of this today?
I'm reading out of the Steampunk Tarot.
Oh, yeah. Everybody seems to love that steampunk. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're really cool. And then the Dark Mirror again. So I'm going to be reading off of these for a while so I can get used to them.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You ready?
Yes, we are ready.
Yeah.
You can begin. You can begin. Everybody's starting to flood in, and while you're doing that and reading the cards, I'll be looking at seeing who's coming in, and then it'll be good.
Some shout outs.
Yeah, we'll do some shout outs. Exactly.
Yeah.
Go right ahead. Floor is yours.
So we have the Moon. We have Ace of Swords, and we have Page of Cups. So what this tells me is that our intuition, our subconscious, our inner guide, the wisdom that we carry deep down that sometimes we don't even know that we have, is very obviously important. And because that sparks a idea, the beginning of something that is magical and powerful with this sword. Page of Cups, then once you tap into that, you start to create this idea, and then your heart will begin to create through that as well. And we have more than one heart, we have it in our chest and our gut. And so after it's just important to tune into that inner wisdom that we all have, so that you can spark up the mind going, and then you can feel the heart to see if that resonates with you. If it feels good, then go with it. And if it doesn't, if you get that weird feeling in your stomach or whatnot, then just move away from that idea. But trust your wisdom, and then, start to create things out of it. Don't just let it sit there, because people need that creative force, and we all have it within us. We have the temple of my body. Some of these, they're naked, and I forgot on Wayne's show. And I was like, yeah, this one's that. And then later I was like, ooh, there's boobs in that. The temple of my body, perchance to dream, and calling the storm. So what this tells me is that we must sit within our bodies and feel what it is that we are dreaming. What is it that our passions are, our desires are? And then once we feel it, call that in, call in the storm. The storm can be negative too, but this isn't negative. This is a positive reading saying to, enjoy your life and be creative, because being creative is really what connects us to our true, or to our higher selves, to our inner child. And that's it.
Wow. Amazing.
Wonderful.
Cool.
Nice. Okay, there we go. All back, and we got a good group coming in today. I tell you, and I think they're all going to resonate with that, because so who do we got today? We got Lori from Pure Love Ascension, who was driving the bus last night. So let's give her a good shout out. And anybody who hasn't signed up for that, the Andromeda 7, please go over there and sign up and get them some good subscribers. Teresa D. Anton D. I always mess that up. Sorry, Teresa. Maybe I should skip the last part. David Castle. But Teresa, she's awesome. She's like right on top of everything. She does a lot of hard work behind the scenes. Does. So for everybody
she's
out
the
there,
admin.
yes, and that's the hard job. That's a really hard job. I mean, she's always helping me out with stuff and putting up stuff. When I just give her the text, and she's right on top of it. And I appreciate. Thank you so much, Teresa.
Tanya, teamwork is what builds a strong foundation.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's it. Totally.
And we got Scotty Boy in. I haven't seen Scotty Boy in a long time. And Mary wins.
And Milky's mom.
And Milky's mom. She made it last night until she froze up. And there she was, but she was all right. I am so glad that you got her on. I asked her to come on. She was always like, oh, no. But she did fine. And
she did awesome. Yeah. So good to just see. I mean, like I said, we all want to see each other, and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Every time we come together, it's just more people get to see a face and hear a voice. And
yeah, I mean, even if they come on for a bit, I don't know how many times I've had people come on here and they just pop on for a little while and then pop on, pop off, just to say hi, and sometimes that's just enough to break the waters. And then once you break the water, it's real easy, We got Julianne Payne, our school teacher, who's all about spelling. Yeah. And we got Sarah Horton, who loves this show. Yeah. And Joanne Dancing Gypsy. You had her on the other night too. Yeah. Oh, gosh, you got everybody on there. I seen Al was on here. He must be driving a little bit, but
hi, Scotty Boy.
If he's on there or not, we got Renee Hushelson, and we got Deborah Sloan. I think I said that. Michelle Can-Am Free. Steve from Slightly Slanted Sloop. Hey, Steve, I did send your hat out. He's going to get a hat, a Crystal MacArthur hat. She should really label those with her name in there. We got Lucky Stone, who also got a hat, and I mailed it out today. So be looking for that. We got Darth. I'm going to have somebody on this week, and I'm going to need you to read cards, Darth. So be prepared. I'll be sending you as soon as I confirm. So there you go. I do. We're live. I gotta do live.
Go with the flow.
Go with the flow. Let's see. I don't see anybody else in here that I can I see there was somebody new and I missed it. I don't know.
I see Gemini Ascension.
Maybe that was the one. That was the one. There was somebody I was like, oh, I haven't seen in here yet before.
Got Deborah Sloan and Psycho.
Yeah,
Psycho Skywatcher.
Psycho Skywatcher. Yes.
I think it's Cisco.
Cisco.
Psycho.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's Psycho.
Cisco.
It's Psycho
Okay.
Skywatcher. Yeah.
Okay.
He told
Whoa.
me we're friends. So
Oh, well, there you
he's
go.
all, it's not Cisco. I thought it was Cisco too.
Psycho.
Psycho Skywalker. I love it.
Well, if he's good with you say he's a good guy, we're good with that, right? Okay.
Welcome.
And Marsha Price. Yeah, Marsha joined us too. And Paul from Newcastle. So
Hi, Paul.
we're pretty good. Okay. I think we got everybody. And thank you all for coming. If you didn't show up, we wouldn't have a show. We'd just be talking. So that's all right. So anyway, Caz, do you have a card? You got dragon cards, and did you pull one yet? Yes. Okay.
Okay. I'll give him a quick shuffle.
All righty. Okay, I'm gonna change.
Kaz just got her some new dragon cards.
Yeah.
She's learning them.
They grabbed
And I thought,
me.
what a better way to get some more practice and get some more connection with your cards than with the Soul Tribe. I thought,
Right.
yay.
I love you guys, I tell you. You're my family.
Absolutely.
Right, what do we have?
We love you too.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Mwah. We have transformation.
Right.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Mm.
Right, each of these dragons, they're in a clan. And there's 4 different clans. So I'll just find out which one this one's in. That's number 3. In the Earthwalk dragons, right? There's Earthwalk dragons. I'll just quickly tell you a bit about them. And there's galactic dragons, the dragon master dragons, and the guardian dragons. So transformation, she's in the Earthwalk dragons. Okay. 52. Okay. Here we go. A new you is emerging. Let it all go. Fear, pain, doubt, anger, sorrow, and guilt. Transformation tells us you no longer need these experiences. They are in the past. They have completed their task and have no place in your future. By holding on to them, you only keep yourself trapped in the old patterns that are no longer of use or necessary to you. A new you is emerging, maybe a quieter, more considered you, but certainly a more powerful you. Having lived through a great many things, now is the time for you to put that experience to good use. Follow your inner guidance and let your old habits and worries slip away. There will always be those who question what you do, but that is their journey. You are on yours. Follow the steps laid out before you, trusting your own inner light as you move towards a fresh way of being you. This transformation can be on any level, and it can affect any or every part of your life. Enjoy it and look out for the signs. And in particular, symbols, dragons love symbols, as you are guided by the dragon of transformation to take you to your next steps. There you go.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
Well, that kind of is fitting, because I feel like in the last few months even that we're all in like this big giant transformation, going from the old life. It seems like, not that we want to, but we had this old life, and I ain't going to mention any of those words because YouTube will be watching. You know what I mean? And now we're going to this new way of doing a new life that we're going to be living, if we want to or not. And somewhere in between, we have to find this, happy medium.
Yeah.
Or something within us, because, transformation is really hard, isn't it?
Yeah, but we're in it, and we're in a huge, massive cycle change, which is, man, this only happens every like 26,000 years. This is huge. And we're getting out of Pisces, and we've just entered into Aquarius. So this is when you're right in that transition, that's exactly where we're at. We're in that window of transformation. So in those windows is when you hold the highest potential to affect outcome. So we are in powerful manifestation window. Powerful.
Well, when you transform something, I mean, I'll just give you the basics. Like, I'm a farmer, so I'm going to relate everything to farming. And it's like, okay, so when you have eggs and then you're going to hatch them, you put them in the incubator. Some of them transform into beautiful little chicks and they pop out. And other ones, they go the opposite way and they pop out with deformed legs and heads, and they come out all gross like, and and you're like, what happened to those? And you got to clunk them in the head, but the thing is that the other ones, they came out beautiful and they're nice, and you just like, oh, it's but I hate to be the judge of them, and but because they want to live too. It's just that they didn't transform all that great. They kind of went the other way.
Well, you got to figure too, in this reality, you want to have a body that works if possible, because it's kind of hard to do what you need to do if you don't have a body that works.
I'm not saying it's your body, but I mean, I'm just saying that the result is they're all that egg. They all look the same. You put them in the thing, they're all identical. And then when they transform inside that egg and they hatch out, then they're all different. That's
polarity. Duality, the black, the white, the good, the bad. It's the polarity. And we see that this is so what our life is right now. It's like, the Bible talks about the wheat and the chaff. And then I think this is a transformation. Like you said, it's about growth, and it's also about planting new seeds. But you're right. It's like everything is here. But I don't know. I have a feeling that we've been in a dark cycle for quite a while, and I think we're going into a light cycle, a cycle of truly a spiritual awakening, because that's what Aquarius is. It's the water bearer, and it's air, and air is spirit. So well,
that would be like the egg situation. You're trapped in the egg, and then when you hatch, you come out into the air. I mean, when you're in the egg, you're in the dark. You're in that mess of goo, trying to find your way out. And once you find your way out, then it's the air and the light, and you come out into the light. And,
it reminds me of a butterfly in a cocoon.
Yeah, that too.
And it's painful for them. They're growing all these new limbs, and they're totally transforming. And it's super uncomfortable for them, but then once they come out on the other side, they're like, I can fly, this is, and they're beautiful.
Yep.
And that's what it's not going to transmuting and transforming into the new you. It's always going to be uncomfortable, and it's just about accepting the process and understanding that it's completely necessary to go through that uncomfort. Otherwise, like I told somebody the other day, because they were like, oh, I know I need to start working on my dark night of the soul, but it's painful. I'm like, yeah, totally. I get it. And just think about that pain though. If you don't let it go, it's just like all this luggage that you're just carrying around, so it's worth it. Like, sure, it's painful. I think, especially since right now, like people are being forced to wake up. So we're going to see a lot. We're going to need to be there for people. I know I had a best friend who was there for me through my dark nights, because let me tell you, I was not doing well. So, just being aware that, yes, it's going to be a mass awakening, but it's going to cause a lot of disruption, before we see the light at the end of the tunnel. And be there for those people, guide those people, tell them it's normal. It's normal. It's part of it.
It's the tower moment. Seriously.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
We saw Notre Dame crash down, and that, to me, that's always been like somehow a representation of that card.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like the manifestation in the reality was when I saw that happen. I was like, wow, that's the tower card.
That's a trip.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it just tells you nothing's indestructible, huh? I mean,
No.
makes you wonder how something like that could even catch on fire and burn like that. But I guess, I mean, it's all made out of, I've been in some of those big cathedral things. Not that one, but I went to England once and cruised through some of those. They're just all stone. How can you even start something like that on fire? It just makes you wonder.
Right.
Well, how do you,
Yeah.
you're gonna like literally
Uh-huh.
burn a pile of wood in the corner and nothing would have really caught on fire.
Right. I totally get your point there, Robert, because I've been in those too, and a lot of stone and not a lot of wood.
Stone,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nobody thinks about that, but hey, it is what it is.
Reminds me of my tower card on one of my decks. It's a big, huge stone. And then the lightning bolt is what came down and busted up the stone. So it's
Yep.
like you said, Robert, nothing's indestructible. When there's some type of will, there will be force behind it, and it's going to do what it needs to do. I think everything is, it's an example, or it's a, what's the word? A metaphor, something like that. Like the universe brings us things that are very much intertwined with the tarot or with, there's a purpose with everything. Even if somebody caused it, there's a purpose. Hopefully
I
that
love
made sense.
tarot. I'm starting to actually start to kind of understand it a little bit, because I never really had kind of a real grasp on it, but I'm starting to see it now as a story. And
Mhm.
it begins with the Fool card, and then it goes all the way through the different levels, and all of them are, I see, like the planets and the gods and the archonic influences in our life, and those are connected to our chakras, and it's I'm starting to see how it's a story and it's all connected, and it's profound in its
It's a
wisdom.
journey.
Yeah, it's a profound wisdom because it's connected to the stars too. It's such a when you look at how we're starting to finally understand how the wheels of creation are operating within this creation point that we're existing in on this third dimensional reality of Earth. It's the Ezekiel's wheels, it's like it's a cog in the wheel, but all of these wheels, they're all big clocks running in cycles, and there's windows of transition, and we're in one right now when we're getting ready to get into a different gear, a different position. And it's I really keep hearing so profoundly loud. It's like, keep the focus, guys, don't stop what you're doing. I heard that we've actually beat some kind of records for a harvest. It's a that many people have awoken that weren't anticipated to do so. So the numbers are super, super, super good. So everything that I think we're doing, I think might be more on track than we're aware of. So don't let your mind entertain anything other than the positive timeline that you want to see. And however that looks for you, just keep seeing it. Keep seeing it, because I think we're making more headway than we know.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. We're getting there. We're slowly getting there. Slowly, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
So speaking of getting there and learning all this stuff and everything like that, Caz, we're going to learn about dragons tonight.
Yeah, you are.
I'm going to ask you the basic questions. I'm your perfect example of the average guy, and I'm going to ask you some average guy questions because I don't know anything.
Okay.
So
You know more than you realize.
I know, but
Yeah.
that's besides the point. So my average Joe questions. Well, on what basis we'll start out with you're all about dragons. What are dragons?
Well, dragons, they've been around forever. Yeah.
Yes, give us the basics of where, if they've been around forever, and where do they come from, and how many are there, and what is their purpose?
cool. You do ask some strong questions there, don't you?
I'm like a kid in the candy store. Why, Mom? Why is it like that?
Well, I only know what I've learned from experiencing them. What I know is what I've read is they have been around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. They've never left. Apparently, they've never left. They're with us all the time. We have them as guardians. I mean, apparently I've got 6 that are around me constantly. Sometimes they show themselves. That's what I'm going to show you in some pictures.
Absolutely.
The ones I've captured.
Absolutely.
A lot of it is a feeling, is the energy.
Mm-hmm.
You sense, you see them a lot. For example, in the clouds. They manifest in the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us have seen dragons in the sky, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And never brush it off. If you see a cloud that looks like a dragon, you're seeing a dragon. It's showing itself to you.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be for long because they merge so quick into something else. And also you'll see them just in nature, in the scenery,
Mm-hmm.
at the corner of your eyes, in that peripheral vision. And that's a good way for looking for them, is not actually to look at them, is to look at the side of your eye
Mm-hmm.
and make them out from there. But they're around you all the time, and you just I sense them. And once you're more open to them, open to that energy, you'll feel them a lot easier, and they come they're not shy, but you're more open to them. Then you know how to look for them and spot them, and then you'll just see them all the time. And then sometimes you'll capture them on camera, like I do, in full manifestation.
You know how Teresa and Brian, they can see those things in the pictures, and a lot of people can't, and then other people can. And Teresa can see them this one way, and then Brian does it as one way. And Brian's built a fairy house, and now he sees the fairies. I really do think that this is a part of, like Sasquatch and all of these things. I think that they're multidimensional, and I think that they can get in that in-between space between the 2 dimensions, between maybe the 3rd and the 5th, and they kind of can do that, because there are so many magical mythical creatures from ancient lore that I just have a very strong, think about it, if our visual spectrum was altered just a very small percentage, we would see so many things that we currently cannot see.
That's what happens when I open my chakras.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
So I think the dragons and like I said, unicorns, Pegasus, lots of these ancient mythical creatures, and like I said, angels, and all of these things, I really think that there's a strong foundation to them still completely existing in this reality, but they're like ghosts and spirits. Most of the time you can't see them, but it doesn't mean they're not there, though. Mm-hmm.
Well, and then the thing is too, is you can't see them because you're not open to see them.
Correct.
Yeah.
And most
Caz can see them because she works with them. And Brian's getting all these entities and energies because he's really been working on it and getting so open to it. Like I said, I think it's a part of your brain and a part of your visual spectrum. I think you literally build them, and it's like a muscle. And the more you use it, the more.
And it's that the trust in you that you are seeing them.
Yeah.
And you build on that trust, and you build like a relationship.
Mhm.
It's a knowing,
Yeah.
and I'll just show you this picture. This is one of my favorites ones, is this one.
Hmm.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Mhm.
nice.
But that
I seen
this
that
one
somewhere.
I love
is
that.
one of the ones that I know is called Firebird.
Uh-huh.
And apparently she looks just like this.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful, yeah. And she's one of the main dragons I have around me. Firebird, she's beautiful, yeah. So do you want to see some footage then?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Can I
I
share
clicked
my
on the thing.
screen?
You should be able to share your screen. Go right ahead.
Awesome. Thank you.
You know what I keep seeing too is like Aquarius is ruled by the air and the water bearer, the pitcher of water. That to me has always been a representation of the Holy Spirit. And dragons are fire. So I wonder if the age of Aquarius is some type of an alignment with the dragon energy, because it's the fire and the air energy, and it's also etheric and plasma energy. And I keep seeing that this is what's coming in with Aquarius is plasma etheric energy.
Right. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I was just
looks good.
thinking,
Perfect. That's
okay, I'm going to take you through on a journey. Here we go. Right, this is just a little bit of fun. This is when I was delivering to one of my customers, and I was just walking across their front garden, and I just saw this little dragon in the bushes, and I was just like, wow, I've got to get a picture of that. And it was just there. It's so
Mhm.
cute.
Yeah.
That's another sign that they're with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 And that's like the sleeping dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently they're like in all sizes.
Yeah.
Yes, all sizes.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
They can come from tiny to absolutely humongous.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bit like, yeah, just any size. They can transform into any size, colour.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
All your heads are in the way of my arrow. I'm gonna have to try. I'm just gonna see if I can. Oh, I've moved you. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I'm gonna move you over there.
Do what you got to do with us. We'll just stay right here.
Let me go full screen. Hang on.
I could shut off my lights and I could become the dancing head again, but I know Al don't like that. He gets too much of a kick out of that.
Okay. Right, I just move your heads over there.
There you go.
Okay.
Move me around wherever you want me.
There's 4 of you.
Yeah.
Let me see. Here we go. Right. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, these are just these dragons. They really captured me. They're off some of the videos that David Berry made me,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and that he puts to my music,
Yeah.
and they
pretty.
just really resonate with me. They're just
With
beautiful.
the
just
sound
beautiful.
waves
Yeah.
creating the
beautiful
dragon,
pictures. Yeah.
or vice versa.
They are. They're very beautiful, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
There's something about them when I look at them. They're just. It's like a knowing,
Yeah.
It's like they're like family.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they're just so familiar, and like you know them from somewhere. Right.
I know that they're incredibly powerful, but for some reason they make me, I mean, if I saw one in person, I probably wouldn't feel safe, but just thinking about them and feeling just in looking at pictures like that, like it makes me feel safe, and like beautiful,
It's so interesting when I think of dragons. You know how they always talk about the feathered serpent Yaldabaoth, that he created the archons.
Mhm.
I literally, because they say Yaldabaoth would be a feathered serpent, that would be dragon. So what if the archons, before matter, because there's always the spiritual unseen that produces the seen. So I wonder if a lot of these archonic guardians over creation are literally dragons.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
Serpent system, Ouroboros. It's all about the serpent, and I see a lot of correlation with that. Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is I think, they've had serpents and dragons that went way back.
Every religion.
Yeah, every religion, every country, every place had these things. And it wasn't like you could just drag them all over and then just spread it. These people seen something, and then back in those days, they seen something, and then they drew what they seen or what they visioned. Usually didn't
And that's
make
what I
up
mean. It's in
some
every
stuff.
religion, and that's why I wonder if it's known in the higher ancient religions that the dragon energy or the serpent energies are plasma, etheric, electric.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently they were once physical.
Yeah, I believe that I believe they still are. Maybe not on this planet, but I bet you they still are physical existing.
Yeah.
I can see I can see it in that picture. Can you?
You can already, right? Because this
Uh-huh.
is before. This is the next. I'll show you the next picture, and all of the next picture is inverted. Yeah, so
Right.
the lights are of opposite colours. So there you go.
Yeah.
Do you
You
see it
totally
now?
Mhm.
With the wings out
Oh, yeah.
and the horns and the long nose
Oh,
and the
wow.
eye.
Yep.
And the feet. But you see, that was the normal sky.
Yep.
And then, because to take a picture of it inverted, I had to take a picture of the screen. Oh, sorry.
Wow, I would have never seen it otherwise.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's this is my favorite picture, yeah.
Well, now when
Super
you turn it
textured.
back to the regular
To the
clouds,
normal one.
then I can see it now.
See it, yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have never seen it. Never.
Because
would have
it's
seen it.
over the sun, yeah?
Mhm.
So there's the sun there.
Yeah.
And then it's just with its wings outstretched, and she's looking at us, looking at me when I was taking a photo.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
That is way cool. Stuff we
that's
don't even know
amazing,
exists.
and that is big. I mean, that when you think of that in the sky,
That would be so awesome.
that is just beyond comprehension.
Could you imagine if they had the ability to totally like cloak and uncloak,
Yeah. Well, I think they
Yeah.
do.
I like wonder if that I'd like, because Pete's dragon, think about it. In the movie Pete's Dragon, he would disappear.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
It would
Yeah,
mingle
I'm telling you, I think they can do that. So
Yeah, that's what I believe they do.
yeah.
Yeah. And this is like the same picture, but with different filters on. And there you go.
Mhm.
But you can see the whole. It's got like. Whereas a lot of the dragons, they have like you can see the actual snout and everything,
Mm-hmm.
the nose. And there's another one there, look. That's actually inverted because that's my bedroom behind it. So that was just to show the different colours, just inverting it straight back. There you go, look.
Mm.
And that was Firebird.
Now, is this the same picture or different?
It's the same picture, but just different.
I love how you can see the wings. They almost look clear,
Yeah.
transparent.
I mean, do you see how it's sort of, like you say, plasmarine,
Yeah.
smoky, like it's just popped like into. It's like smoking in and out of existence, with the wispy bits and all the wispiness and that.
Mm-hmm.
So there.
Wow.
Beautiful.
It's a great
Cool,
picture.
that.
That is really cool. You know, you got me on that one, man. I would have looked at that 100 times.
You would
And
have
never,
seen it.
I would have never
See,
seen it.
Do you know what? I've got over 68,000 pictures of the sky, yeah. I've stopped filming the sky now because I focus on my music. I feel I've put my energy since my mum passed, it just transformed instantly into music writing. And that is what I create now. But I used to just spend hours looking at photos, constantly inverting them, zooming in. I just spend all my life looking at photos, and now I feel like that energy, I've given that enough energy now. I know what's there. I accept what's there. It's part of my growing, a part of my awakening, and now I've moved on from that. And I still keep the energy of the dragons and the sky and what's going on, but I work it with my music, and I combine it with that, and that's what I am as a creator now, you know. But without that, I wouldn't be where I am now.
Well, it's your inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah, your inspiration. Definitely.
I mean, before my mum died last year, I'd never written any music in my life. And then all of a sudden, it's triggered this in me. And now I can't stop.
Yeah.
That is awesome. You know,
See, it's like that transformation that we were talking about, how it's painful. You know, we don't always like what ends, but sometimes it can create something really beautiful.
Absolutely. And that's how I see it. And like with all you guys and my dragons, I wouldn't have got through it. So no, thank you.
Like
this one.
So glad we found you, Caz.
Yeah. Well, see, and you're see, now you're coming out and saying all that now other people are saying they said Deborah Sloan, Delaney Jones, Sarah Horton, Teresa, Mary Wins. They're all that now they said that they see stuff. They see the dragons in the sky.
Yeah.
Of course, Steve said he's seen a unicorn with something riding it in the sky too, but I don't know how much that was going on.
I see things there's no names for.
Yeah. Oh,
and
absolutely.
They follow me around at work all day, and I'm totally aware they're there. And I think it's lovely. It's my company.
Yeah.
It's for me. I don't need, you know, like with being a truth and everything, your friends slowly that aren't
dwindle
on your level, they disappear, don't they?
Well, then you need new friends.
These
like us.
I'm never alone, I tell you.
Right.
That's right.
Even when I'm at home alone, I'm never alone because I've got this amazing energy around me.
Absolutely.
Which I believe is the dragons, because like my walls are wobbling and everything. They're constantly wobbling with energy. And it's a comfort. There's no fear there at all. And that's what I believe is the dragon energy.
Yeah, I had somebody the other day tell me they were seeing walls wobbling and stuff, and it was kind of freaking them out. I'm like, it's okay. It's all right.
Okay,
it's not a problem.
It freaked me out in the beginning, but I learned to understand it.
Right.
I got to know it.
Yeah. Well, it's just brilliant because you're starting to see into areas of light that most humans aren't able to see. When you get into these higher vibrations of light, they move. Things move. Yeah.
And I was able to capture it with my night vision device. And that's where you see on my channel with the orbs. And that is the energy caught with the infrared. And that was a way of showing you guys what I was seeing.
Right.
Yeah, if you go and look at my channel, there's all the orb videos and that. Just take a look at a few of them and you'll see what I mean. They're mind-blowing. But that was all part of, like, as soon as it got dark, I looked forward to going out at night and filming with my night vision. These amazing energies around me.
Mhm.
And it was just transformed the nights. Do you know what I mean? It stopped me. I used to be terrified of the dark, absolutely terrified. And this has made me get over a fear of something I've always had, was getting to know this energy and sticking myself out in the middle of a field, in the middle of nowhere with my night vision device and going, show me.
Right
Show
on.
me who you are, you know.
Mhm.
And it did. And it was amazing. Right, anyway, can anyone see what's in this photo before I show you the revealing of it?
I'm not gonna see.
I think it looks like a man on the one side there with his mouth open and a big nose and a funny hat.
Right, you see this bit here
Yeah.
above the trees? Right, I'm going to show you the next picture.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see it?
Yeah. See, there's
There's
his
the eye,
little.
the eyebrow, and the head.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the
now
mouth
I
comes in
see
like
what you're
that.
looking at.
Do you see
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see that now. Yeah, I
So
can
it's
see it.
looking direct. There's its neck coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And then it has like its scales.
Yeah.
Then its snout comes round like that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the eye with the eyebrow.
Yeah.
And then the bit goes off like that at the top. Do you see?
Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah.
Definitely see it now. I was looking at it differently, and it looked like, you
Yeah.
know, the guy with he's got a
Yeah.
crown and his mouth is open, and he's kind of looking up like this.
Yeah.
You know.
But if you see it,
Yeah, but now I see where you're saying that. I see the eye and the thing.
yeah.
I'm
And it's
looking at
like
it all wrong.
it's like poking its head up out over the
Yep.
trees.
Yep.
And then it's got the scales on the back there. Do you see it, Amber?
I don't.
No,
You know,
you
I see almost like two big ears, you know, almost like what Robert was saying. I see kind of like a gargoyle type of figure
Do
with
ya?
like a horn coming out of its face.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
I can see
Oh.
both. So I totally see what you're saying, Amber and Robert, and I can see what
Yeah.
Caz is seeing too. And
Yeah.
and it's funny, the horned faced dude is you're seeing a profile, and the
Yeah.
dragon is more
Yeah.
straight on. Yeah.
I do see what you're seeing too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
But that
almost
was-
looks like there's another figure off to the left too. Like that could
That's
be.
what I
Yeah,
was looking at too. I was like, what is that?
Yeah. But this was, you know, Caro, who used to do with Patrick.
Yeah.
She took this picture, and that's when I noticed there was a dragon watching her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, I see him straight away. It's just this connection I have with them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when I pulled it out and I showed her, and she couldn't believe it. Right. Now this one, you might have seen me show this on Wayne's show. Here.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm going to zoom in.
Yeah. Zoom into that.
That's flying. Look at that.
There you go. Now that, it was just above this bush in the middle of the sky. Is there a closer one? Here we go. And do you know, for a start, it reminded me of the Eye of Horus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then it wasn't until Wayne actually said he sees a dragon. It's obvious. It's what's the word? Oh, brain freeze.
It is very mysterious, whatever
It's
that is.
mysterious.
Caz.
Right?
I'm telling you.
Like
Yeah,
it
it
was-
Yeah,
is
that sure looks like
very
something.
mysterious.
De-manifesting. It was just caught as it.
That's what I'm telling you, going in and out of where we can see and not see. But yeah, it
Yes.
looks it's amazing what that, I mean, it looks like you said, the Eye of Ra,
Eye of Ra, or your Horus, yeah.
and then it looks kind of like a serpent. I mean, it's crazy. It's very unique. I don't know what that is.
It is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder which way it was going, which direction.
Well, this is the original picture. There's that one, because I was on the road here,
Uh-huh.
and I just saw it, and I was just having a smoke before one of my deliveries, and I went, "What is that?"
Uh-huh.
And just whip my camera out.
Good catch.
Good catch, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
just it's just a bizarre
Shape
shape.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and color. I mean, it's black and it's wow.
And it's in the sky. I mean, it's up there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And catching something like that's really hard because like we have moose out here, and I've been desperately trying to catch a picture of a moose, but you know how fast them things move? You see them 1 second, and by the time you whip out your camera, they're gone. And
is
so to
so
catch
cool.
anything like that is like winning the
It's
lottery.
Yeah. So this one, you remember Patrick who did
Yep.
Talking with the Planets?
Yep.
When I showed him this picture, he connected with. He has his connection at the time when he was still doing his connecting, and he connected with this dragon that this was, and apparently it's a black dragon, a black shiny dragon, and his name in our language is Michael.
Oh wow.
And he's one of the dragons that is always around to protect me. And he just, on this occasion, revealed himself. And I've got a recorded conversation of Patrick actually talking to him. And they sent me the video. I didn't know they'd done it. They'd recorded Patrick communicating with it, and they sent me it. It was just after my mum died, and it just brought my energy right up,
Oh gosh, yes.
And yeah, it's a black
dragon protecting you with the name of Michael.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, Caz.
Yeah. So there you go. That's all.
So everybody's looking at the mouse thing, but you notice like 6 or 8 inches behind, or well, probably more than that. There's another little dot back there. You see the little dot right
here.
there?
Yeah. I know.
Which is really strange because it's like, so there's something else there, or maybe there's a second
I think
one,
this is
part
it.
of
Just
that first one.
Caught it demanifesting.
I
Oh.
Because I only got that one picture, the one photo, and the other photos are just zoomed in of it, or just screenshots of the same picture. So I only managed to get the one picture.
Right.
So you don't actually know what size we're looking at.
Yeah.
Because there's the little dot next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That's my little dragon show for you.
Right on.
That is
Love it.
beautiful.
Nice.
Thank you. I should stop sharing the screen.
Nice.
I think so much of what we're learning right now with this transformation of this age is we're connecting more to the divine mother part of us, which is the hidden parts. It's the imagination parts. It's those parts, and it feels to me like that's very dragon energy. I think a lot of what this transformation is we're getting back into that awareness of the more female part of creation, which is nature and etherical and angelic, all of these different energies that are more the subconscious, intuition, extra sensory abilities. I think this is the time that we're starting to reconnect to all of this stuff. So I think we're going to start seeing some really amazing things.
Yeah.
Finally, it's about time.
Yeah. we're in the rough part of it right now. So I think, I really do think that eclipse, that big eclipse.
Yeah.
That's a sign. It's a sign from heaven. And what the next one is, how much longer away? Isn't it 23?
Something like that. Yeah, it's a few years.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly. I'd have to look it up.
I wanted to show you this though before I forget.
Yeah.
So, this lady made these wine glasses.
Oh wow.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is,
Yeah.
oh, hang on. I'm
Wow.
going to blow that up for you. You just talk a little bit so you get the speaker view.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we found a lady, really talented lady at a craft show. And this one is the male. Am I blown up yet?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. This one's the male. Look at how pretty. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
It's in a China hutch, so because we don't want them to get ruined. And then this one is the lady. Oh, here, let me show you the face here.
Wow.
There's the face.
That is beautiful.
It's super detailed.
Caz, do you see that dragon?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Amazing.
The tail's wrapping around the bottom there. Isn't that beautiful? And then she made a little baby egg, a little baby dinosaur, not dinosaur, but dragon egg.
Aw,
Isn't that cool?
I love
That's
it.
awesome.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to share that since we're on the topic.
That is
Yes,
beautiful.
those are
So cool.
beautiful.
Yeah,
They give
we
me
got lucky.
goosebumps.
I know,
Wow.
isn't it great? I know I was like, we have to get those. Those are gorgeous.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love dragon stuff?
Yeah.
Dragons are.
You know that it's crazy. You know, I do have something to say about, you know, Trina, you brought up about the imagination, and we're all talking about you have to use your imagination to see this stuff. And if, you know, and every person is going to see something a little bit different. You know, like me and Amber, we seen something different than what you guys seen, and then eventually we seen the same thing kind of. So, but the thing is when you're looking up at the clouds or you're seeing these things here and there, you're using your imagination. And right now, I think, like we've always been talking about how TV is programming, and you just watch a show and you don't use your imagination, or the kids don't go outside and watch the clouds now. They just watch computer. You know, they don't draw pictures. The computer draws the pictures and stuff like that. And they, you know, they may be losing a lot of not us, but the younger generation will be losing that. And so I encourage everybody to, you know, let your kids go outside and use their imagination, stare at the clouds, teach them those little fundamental things, and you know, teach them to use the imagination to make things, because it's so easy to lose that if you don't do that at a young age like we all did. You could never go back, you know, and try to use your imagination. It's going to be 10 times harder. But
yes, I'll tell you what, you know, when you go out and you look at the sky, it's like what Brian Lunsford was saying on the Andromeda 7 yesterday. It opens up to you. It knows you're watching it, and it will show you things that will just blow you away. Because once it knows, you know, you can see whatever's going on. You'll see more and more and more. And I mean, I walk around like this. It's like, my head's not flipped back naturally. You know?
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, it's constantly, when I'm driving all day at work, it's up. I so love my job because I'm out driving all day, and I've just got one eye on the road, one eye on the sky.
You know what was really cool? God, my daughter was probably about 10 years old. And I went and picked them up from school, and we had to go get food or something. And we were on our way back into our community. And I had a big open sunroof. And she was in the car with me, and we were looking up, and we saw triangle craft in the clouds. And this thing, like, it must have glitched, because like it would cloak and then uncloak, but it was really low, and it was so low that we could see the writing on the bottom of the craft, and it looked like some kind of ancient hieroglyphic writing. It wasn't like Egyptian, it wasn't like Sanskrit. I mean, it wasn't like Sumerian, but it was kind of like a blending of those things, but it was very unique. Nothing I had ever seen before. And it was amazing because she saw it too. We've always tried to find something that looked like it. We find things close, but nothing that kind of is what we saw.
Wow,
So
that's
interesting.
amazing.
Mhm.
You scored that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was
And-
really, really cool was that we both got to see it.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's
that's
when it's better, when you actually have confirmation. That's
Right. Yeah.
so
Like, am I
helpful.
seeing this for real?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
you
always
are.
really
Yes.
kind of nice. Yeah. Yeah. And I was driving, so I couldn't like look at it the way
no, I know.
she could see the
And there's sometimes by the
details.
time you stop driving, whatever's you wanted to look at is
Yeah.
gone.
But it was amazing though, because I saw it, I said, whoa. And I looked up and Brittany looked up and she's like, whoa. And I was like, you see that, right? She's like, oh, Mom, I really see it. She goes, I can see writing on the bottom of it. I'm like, keep looking at it, look at it and look at it and remember as much as you can. I'm like, I'm driving, and I was trying to look up a little bit and drive too, but I was like, whoa, she saw it way better than I did, but we both saw it.
Yeah,
It was amazing.
yeah.
These
Mhm.
things, and that was, gosh, that was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
10
mean,
years
I've
ago.
caught some stuff on the night vision that I've just got there's no word to explain it.
Right.
Bad that I had the camera pointed at the right bit of sky at the right moment. You know what I mean? And then I just upload it onto my channel.
Mhm.
And I just see what you guys normally ones that help me make head or tail of it, whatever it is.
Yeah,
Right.
I think you're right with the camera stuff, is because with these cameras, we got so many cameras nowadays, but the thing is you'll see something, boom, and then you're like, what did I see? And then your functioning mind, your personal mind says, you didn't see anything, go about your day, nothing to see here. But you've seen something, but
I
then you
never
tell yourself,
question
most people, I would say,
I know, yeah,
see
yeah.
that, and then but now with cameras,
Mhm.
you can say, well, I thought I seen something, and then that camera will catch it and you can review it. And besides, the camera will pick up more spectrums or of light than a person's eye will actually see, and then you can slow it down, because a lot of things may move really fast. I mean, we judge speed and time on our personal level here, but that doesn't mean everything has to abide by that speed and time either.
Right. I mean, I look up at the sky now and I just see a load of things looking back at me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like an audience. And
Mhm.
it's fascinating. And I'm always waving at the sky. I must look like a right freak. When I'm
No,
down
I do that kind of stuff too.
Yeah. And I must think to myself, well, there's that crazy Tesco driver again staring at me. But I just think the more you look at it, the more things looking back at you. And they're so
Yes.
majestic. They're just and graceful. They're just, like I said, they're huge and they just blend into one another. And you see them big smiles on their faces and everything. And
I'd like to share a story too when you're done.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you see the smiling back at you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I guess it depends on like what type of not person you are, but like what you're holding in mind too. Because a lot of people see scary stuff up there too. So you're lucky. You're obviously, vibing and feeling it and being, positive within it. You're still seeing good things.
Yeah.
And some people are like, oh.
It didn't start off, but it wasn't always good in the beginning. But no, I trained it to be good. I turned it around. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I've seen now, thankfully. But yeah, go for it. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say one of my cloud experiences, the day that my dog passed away back in March, I was sitting outside and the sun was starting to go down and I was looking at it and there was this huge eagle head. I mean, just perfect, with the ruffles down here, the white, and just this big eagle head right next to the sun. And then it transmuted into a heart. And the sun went down right between the heart. It was so special. I was like, oh.
That's really personal, isn't it?
It was very, very, I was so happy that my dog was able to come through that same day and be like, hey, like, it's cool. I can fly now. You know, I'm still here and I'm free. So that's what I got from that.
I was thinking, what a beautiful goodbye. What a
Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That is just give me goosebumps. That
Me
Ash.
too. Yeah. It makes my heart flutter.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially being the eagle, that's got to represent something. You know,
Freedom.
Yeah, absolutely. Strength, freedom. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then the heart.
Eagle eye too.
Yeah.
Going right, but the sun going right in the middle of the heart. Like, wow. Like how many symbolism in one message in 5 minutes.
If you were a good artist, that would make an amazing poster, a picture. If you could get
I'm
that
not. I'm a horrible artist.
Me too.
You know what I saw the other day when I was driving? I was just coming along this country lane, and all of a sudden, as I got closer, I could see this hawk hovering above the verge. And as I got right next to it, it just swooped down and landed right next to the van, and obviously caught its dinner. But I was like, hey, cousin, how you doing?
Right? It was like, hey, you cool if I hang out here right next to you and eat my
it didn't even, it wasn't bothered about me being in a big truck next to it. It just like, I've got my dinner, yeah. But it was just, wow, it just came down like a slow motion and just went down, and it just sat there with its wings out like that. Wow. And I was like, wow, awesome.
Yeah, that's what they do. When I came to North Dakota, I couldn't believe how many birds were out here compared to when I lived in Wisconsin. And I tell you, I seen so many, like you said, hawks coming down and swooping. Well, of course, you can see for a long ways. So it was like, you know, it's really cool, especially when they pick up a prairie dog or something, you know. They come down in little prairie dogs.
Our hawks aren't that big. Our hawks are only about this big.
Oh, yeah. Well, they got different sizes out here, too, you know.
They got different sizes, yeah. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But I was with these dragon cards, right? There's one called Merlin the Dragon, and it says, whenever you see owls around and they cross your path, be aware that Merlin's around you.
Oh, I love Merlin.
Yeah, and I'll see if I can find him in there for you. And I've seen so many owls cross my path since, and I'm just like, hi Merlin, hi Merlin, hi Merlin.
Absolutely.
That's cool. I see, every time I weep because of my dog. That's really the only thing I weep about. That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Okay, say something so we can get that on
There we
screen.
go. Look at that. Do you see? Merlin.
That is beautiful.
These cards are really beautiful. And there's one called the Philosopher, and it always reminds me of Wayne.
Of course.
Yeah, let me just dig it out. It's got to be, I'm going to send Wayne the picture of it because it's got him reading the book and everything. There you go.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Hang on.
And it's got the planets. Got the planet in the background.
Saturn, I see.
Saturn, yeah, and he's reading the book of knowledge. And that is Wayne, isn't it?
Yep. Definitely.
Those are beautiful cards.
Yeah.
I love dragons. You know, it's cool that you're here because I forgot about how much I love dragons.
Yeah.
I feel good now, and I like
good.
That. That's so cool.
And this one will be for Crystal.
Oh,
do you see that one?
Yeah, Crystal.
Yeah. Crystal MacArthur. I want to come on your show, John number 7, and I'll do your dragon reading.
That is cute. Look at the cute little face.
I know, it's so cute, yeah.
And the curly tips of the wings.
Yeah.
So cute.
They're beautiful, huh? I'm glad I've
Mhm.
made you feel at ease with the dragons, Amber.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Cool. There you go.
Love it.
Alright,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
whenever
do
I'm
something
feeling
more.
down, there's
Hey?
this owl,
Yeah.
and it's never around, but whenever I'm feeling sad about my dog, that owl is sitting in the tree and it stays there all day awake. It doesn't sleep when when
Really?
it's there, and it's a trip. It's happened about 4 times now.
Awesome.
So
How long
Merlin's
ago?
around.
How long ago did you lose your dog, Amber?
7 months ago.
Oh, still not long.
No,
No.
not when it's your best friend. It's just like, ugh, but
Ah,
life goes on. I know he wants me to be happy. He picked
I
out
just-
our new dog. Actually, I'm pretty confident he picked out our new dog, and she's awesome. So,
oh,
like,
that's awesome.
And the only way I could get over my dog was drawing him.
Oh, wow. Did
And
you
I
draw
drew-
that?
I drew that, yeah. That's
Oh my
Flounder.
gosh.
Yeah.
It's just in black and white. It's one of the hardest drawings I've ever had to do.
Wow.
But to capture the eyes, I did that about 15 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
But
impressive.
he was my best friend in the world, and he got
Yeah.
run over
Yeah.
tragically. He was
Oh.
Oh.
and my way of getting over him was a photograph that big, and I copied it. But yeah,
Beautiful.
That is really pretty. Good job on that.
You did yeah, that's really a beautiful, beautiful painting, Caz.
it's
That is.
really hard to do a black dog with
Yeah.
paste because it's
Yeah, you did it beautifully.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And what kind of music do you make?
Have you not listened to any on my channel?
No, I haven't. I will be.
You will be. I make chill out.
Cool.
It's kind of like it's the music I used to DJ a long time ago, which I've always wanted to write, but I knew I could write it better, and now I am. And just go and have a listen, and you'll see.
Is it electronic, like chill step,
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
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 Perfect. I love that kind of music. Ooh, I can't wait. Yes.
Yeah, there's loads of it. And my good friend David Berry, there's 4 in the waiting to be made, but the Andromeda 7 got the priority. There's 4 new tunes waiting to come out that I've been dying for you guys to hear. And they're in the making as we speak. David's putting his magic to them, so.
So David used to DJ as well, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Oh, did he?
I think so. If I remember correctly, I think he said he did. Or
He know-
maybe he said he used to go to different raves and stuff back way back when. But I swear I thought he said he was sorry.
He does the dragon videos he puts to my music. He does the graphics for them. And then I can upload them to my channel as a video. So
That's cool.
yeah, there's something good to watch at the same time.
Yes. So relaxing, and it takes you there, takes you into a whole nother realm.
Yeah.
David's really
It's-
getting good too with all these projects that have been
Yeah.
thrown at him. He's getting very good at what he does. So
He's very
it's fun.
good.
We're everybody's helping everybody grow in their different
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. He just does such good work. I thought I'm improving myself, but man, he just I wish I could half of what he does.
He's been working on it for a while,
Yeah.
practice.
Takes a lot of practice.
Yeah, I was gonna say I really think it's practice, and David's really been doing this for a while now.
Mm.
Yeah, you'll get there too, Robert. Don't
I
stop.
know.
Just
Hey,
keep
Yeah.
I had to
on.
get up. I had to get up the speed. I'm like, what? 4
No,
months
you're
now?
you're doing really good. But like I said, David's
Yeah.
is just
Yeah.
for the techno.
Oh,
and
I
the-
know, but I mean, his
Yeah.
are just beautiful with the swirlies and the things and the
Yeah.
I'm just like the master.
Yeah.
David Berry,
Like,
the
take me on that
master.
color trip. I want to go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. beautiful.
It's that drum and a 7 on the intro. I was saying to Trina the other night, the swirly bit, when it swirls round. Have you ever seen the film Arrival
Yeah.
with the language and they're writing
Oh,
the
yeah,
language
yeah.
of the swirls? It really reminds me of the language of what them aliens use, what is used in the intro.
Yep.
Yeah,
Really cool.
yeah, it does. I never thought of it like that. That's so
It's
cool.
that language they wrote with the
Circle
ink.
language.
Yeah.
Neato,
Yeah.
neato, bandito. Well, we have concluded. We've done our hour and plus. It has been so interesting. It's flew by so fast. I really appreciate you coming on. It's been a really good hour. I learned a lot about dragons, and my head's gonna be up looking like this.
You're looking now, yeah.
Take
But-
pictures.
Yeah.
And guys, I really do. I think that there's one thing that we need to always remember, because we seem to always forget.
Yes.
And I am guilty of the same. When we want to see these things show up in our life, we really need to ask.
You do. That's
So,
all you
yes.
need
If you
to
want to
do.
connect with the dragons, go in a beautiful nature place and ask.
Ask.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I tell them to manifest before me all the time, and they do, and it's amazing. I feel honoured.
Faith, trust,
Yeah.
and pixie dust. It's how we get it done.
I like that. But you're so right. If you want something, you need to ask. You need to, put it out there. You got to put it out, and whatever you put out, eventually will come back. And I can say I
They're
done
cool. They normally let you gently. They won't overwhelm you.
Yeah.
that.
They'll let you in gently. Yeah.
Absolutely. And here's the big thing: they're not going to harm you, right? Not at all. See, so until I know a lot of people will be like, well, I ask a dragon to come around, I'll have a dragon. No,
That's
not
cool.
bad.
Have you noticed nearly every film about a dragon is an evil one?
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm
that's
saying.
why they want you to think like that.
Yeah.
Because
Pete's dragon, he wasn't evil.
Well,
no, true.
Puff the Magic Dragon
And then
wasn't
how to
evil
train
either.
your dragon? How to train your dragon?
Yeah,
That
but the majority of the films, they always.
Let's see. I've only seen those kinds, and then my other favorite was Dragon Tales. It's my favorite. I love Dragon Tales.
Wasn't there that one with that what's his name guy? He was a Batman guy. Wasn't he the Batman guy? And there was this evil dragon and it come out of the ground and killed all the people and stuff like that. I forget what it was called. But anyway, that was a dragon movie about.
The Caz is right. They use a lot of dragons to scare people, but I've always had really positive exposure to dragons for my kids. So, like I said, Dragon Tales and all that. That was just Dragon Tales was one of my favorite cartoons. It had the best moral stories. Oh yeah, Dragon Tales is fabulous.
I'm going to write that down right now.
Yeah, Dragon Tales is a kid's cartoon. It's fabulous.
Is it a movie?
It's cartoons for kids, and it's called Dragon Tales. But they actually did do movies. They did Dragon Tale movies. Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
Cool.
Dragon Tales.
That is good. So anyway, thank you everybody for coming. I really appreciate it. Amber, thank you for a good card. Thank you for being here. Trina, thank you. Thank you for coming. Caz, thank you for sharing your knowledge about dragons and your pictures and everything. And come back again, okay?
It's a pleasure, treasure.
All right.
Much love.
And be the frequency you want to receive.